Today, it's about how to build a Power 5 salad. I'm going to go over meal prepping, how to lose weight with this salad, how to eat it during the Daniel fast. We're going to cover all of that. And I'm going to show you what foods you need to be buying today to get this Power 5 salad ready for the entire week. This is a cool video. Hope you stay tuned. Now, before I go inside, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it. That notifies you every time we post new videos. Okay, so now that we are inside, we are going to be looking at all of the fruits. We're going to be looking at all of the vegetables all the way down that row there on both sides. And we're going to be picking out the healthiest foods to put in the salad. Now, that pretty much is everything in the store. So let's just start our journey and start picking up the healthiest foods for this Power 5 salad. Now we're going to start over here on this side of the store. We have some iceberg lettuce here and some romaine. So romaine would be a really good option. And then we have cucumbers, we have peppers, we have celery. All of these are options we're going to go ahead and pick up for our salad. The vegetables that I really want you to get, which would be the cabbages, the purple and the green cabbage, because they can be the base of a very healthy salad. Here we have tomatoes. Yes, buying fresh tomatoes, if you can get them in season, would be vibrant taste to your salad. The orange, the yellow, the red, be creative. On this side of the store, we're seeing more of the cauliflower, the broccoli. And yes, we've got the cauliflower in the different colors, which I talked about in another video. I hope you caught that video as well. Now, I'm not going to fill my cart a lot with the leafy greens just because they go bad so quickly. I'm looking at vegetables that I can use throughout the week. One of those would be the chard. It would also be the kale. Kale is just such a stronger green that it will last in the refrigerator a lot longer. So we'll go ahead and grab some of that. In the stores, you also know they have a lot of fresh herbs, and these are definitely a treat for any salad just to keep your taste buds alive and tasting all of the delicious foods. Parsley is one of those herbs that is good for that. So you can take some of this. We also have some cilantro here. That would be another delicious addition. And the Brussels sprouts, which I've already talked about in another video too. So I hope you watch that as well. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of those today. Now, these hard root vegetables, such as the parsnips, are perfect for the salad that we're going to be building. And don't forget the leeks and the onions. Yes, we need those in our salad as well. Then we come to the beets. We've got the red beets, we've got the golden beets, we've got turnips, we've got celery root, and we have the rutabaga. All of these are good additions to our Power 5 salad. Now, we're not going to eat all of these foods in one salad at one time, so stay tuned till I show you how to work with this salad. Asparagus and fennel, yes, those would be another good addition to your salad. Potatoes are not allowed in the salad, but sweet potatoes is the exception. So we're going to grab some sweet potatoes. Let's get us a good one there. Down the row here, we've got some onions, and that pretty much sums it up for this produce market. Don't forget your garlic. Now we're going to take all of this home. Let's look at our cart right now. Okay, doesn't that just look gorgeous? Take this home and build us the Power 5 salad that's going to last you all week. Well, we're in my kitchen now, and I'm going to show you how to put together this Power 5 salad. Now, at first, you're going to think, Annette, that's too much work, but it's really not, because what you're doing in one afternoon in about 2 hours is going to give you such a nutritious, a satisfying salad that's going to last all week. You can have this salad for any meal, any day of the week. Now, let me show you what I've just put together. Now, you might want to write a list of everything I'm going to tell you, because every ingredient can be added to this Power 5 salad. We have some of our seeds. We have our sunflower seeds, we have our pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds. All of those would count as well. Then we have our lentils. So you can see I have the green lentils. I'm also going to show you I have some lentils already cooked and ready to go. Vegetables. Every vegetable qualifies for the Power 5 salad. Some of these I already have chopped up, ready to go to show you. As you can see, a lot of our vegetables made it from the store to our display. And now I'm going to share with you some of the fruits back there. We have fresh blueberries. We could even do a little bit of canned pineapple. We have pomegranate arils. We've got raisins and dates and cranberries, dried cranberries. We have an apple we could chop up. We've got oranges we could put on our salad. There's really no limit to the types of fruits. If you're going to make it fresh, you could even slice up a little bit of banana on your salad. Now let's move on to the greens. Now, you haven't chopped up the kale, but you know what kale looks like. Also, our green onions. Now, this is the Brussels sprouts. I put these in here just to remind me what they were. And I have just shredded them really finely, so they're going to work really well in a salad. I've chopped up the broccoli, although I could make it a little bit more fine. This is our cabbage. I've shredded it. Here we have our radishes. I sliced them really thin. Our peppers. We have our asparagus over here. And of course we have our cauliflower. I haven't chopped that up yet. And then our cucumbers, our zucchini. And then just far over here, next to the asparagus, we have our purple cabbage. Here is our lentils and our quinoa. So I could use any food as the base. I also didn't point out I have beans here. I have black beans, which is representative of any bean. So if I were going to build my base, I might start with some purple cabbage. I might add some green cabbage on top. So right there I have 2 vegetables. I might add some Brussels sprouts. And then I like peppers, so I'm going to add me some peppers. So right now I have 4 ingredients. I'll top it off with some asparagus and maybe even a little bit of lentils. Now the lentils, I have cooked them and then I also toss them in some olive oil and some salt. So that way they will have a little bit of a flavor when I put them on my salad. So there we have, there's salad number 1, 5 ingredients. I've got my protein, I've got my vegetables. Actually, I didn't add any fruit, but fruit's optional. And then I would just make my own dressing. So my dressing, I'm just going to spritz it with a little bit of olive oil mixed with some pomegranate vinegar. There's salad number 1. Now let's make another one. So let's go ahead and use beans as our base. Salads don't always have to have a green leafy base. Let's see, I wish you could talk out loud to me and tell me what to put on next. Let's go ahead and add some green onions. We might even make it kind of a little bit of a salsa flavor. You probably chop your green onions smaller than that. And then add some quinoa. And maybe we'll put just a little bit of purple cabbage. Already, isn't that beautiful? Now let's just see what fruit would go well. Actually some mango, some chopped up mango would go perfect on this salad. So we have our beans, we have our quinoa, we have our onions, we have our cabbage. That's 4. Did I put anything else in there? Okay, so that's 4, and then maybe I'll top it with just a couple radishes. There's another Power 5 salad. This is my rutabaga and my sweet potato and my parsnips. Those are delicious in these salads. So if I had peeled them and then shredded them real fine like this, like my cabbage, they would be a delicious topping on this. In fact, I wish I had done that to have it ready for you to show you. Now I want you to think of this as a main course salad or a side dish, but mostly when we have good quality protein such as our lentils, I could even mix this with my quinoa, and then maybe I just want to throw on some fruits on top of this. So I already have 2. I could add on some cranberries on top of that, and maybe I'll just add me a little bit of the asparagus. So right there I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I could top it off with 1 more. Probably some pomegranate or some pineapple would be good on top of this. I have my protein, I have my fiber, I have my good antioxidants. I have a salad that's going to be very delicious. Now I also put on the table here to show you a boiled egg. If you want to add, if you're not doing the Daniel fast and you're doing animal products, then an egg would be a good topping as well for good protein. Now here's another vegetable that I'd like you to consider just peeling this. I have a video out there on how to peel a butternut squash and then shredding it just as finely as this cabbage. Now to do that, you're going to need a really good high-powered shredder. So I have my 2 out here right here, as you can see. I've got the slicer shredder and then I've got the food processor. Both of these work on top of the Bosch mixer, which is why that Bosch is really the boss in the kitchen. And so they make easy tools to use. They make short work of all of this prepping. And then I have mushrooms here as well. Here's one more thing I didn't point out to you is some ginger. Okay. Now we're really talking cancer prevention. So I've got my cruciferous, I've got my ginger, I've got high fiber, I've got high protein. Yes, this is why I call it a Power 5 salad. Let me share with you what's not included in a Power 5 salad. That would be your meat and your cheese and dairy. So I want this to be a salad that is so powerful, hence the name Power 5, that your cells really can benefit from it. So I'm really looking to help you to be cancer preventative, heart disease preventative, and I really want to help you lose weight. And that's what this salad is all about. Now, some people may have trouble digesting this amount of vegetables, especially if you do a Power 5 salad 3 times a day, which you could, no reason not to. Yet that may be a lot of vegetables if you're not used to it, if you're used to a processed food diet. So you're going to need some digestive enzymes. So I'll put a link to that down below, to the digestive enzymes that I use with my clients. I want you to have 5 different ingredients, and I want you to vary it. And make sure you have some seeds, make sure you have some nuts, some whole grains, because this is where we get our protein. You don't have to have meat at every meal. You will do very well following this Power 5 salad if you have this at least 3 to 4 times a week, because it's just a salad that you're making for yourself. It's just a delicious salad that you're going to love. Make sure though you don't get caught up in making the wrong dressing decision. Some of the dressings in the grocery store have 150 calories per serving, which is 2 tablespoons. Well, that's a lot of calories. So what I want you to do is just learn how to make a good blend of an avocado or an olive oil and blend that with some vinegar, different flavored vinegars. You can get them organic, and they make a delicious topping for your salad. I want your salad flavors to come alive. And when we drown them in a dressing, you have no clue what's in that salad. My challenge for you is I want you to see how many different foods you can eat throughout the week and enjoy a different salad at every meal and see what flavor combinations you really love. So what we're talking about here is high protein, high fiber. Those two together tell your body that you really love it. Okay? That decreases depression, decreases heart disease, helps you have a mood that is like, I can take on the world. And we need a mood that says I can take on the world, because the world is a little bit crazy. So these salads are they're beautiful, they're vibrant, they're delicious. And if you say, oh, I didn't like that salad that night, well then you have a whole banquet supply of ingredients to change it up next time and make it a little bit different. So this is going to be a great health addition to your diet, whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're trying to follow the Daniel fast, or you just want to be healthy. You want to maintain health throughout the rest of your life. But you can do this. This is so nutritious. You can do this. Now remember, the answer to the question is, what is the #1 ingredient, the very first most important ingredient in God's recipe for excellent health? It's His love for you. He has loved you from the moment of conception. He has loved you every day of your life. No matter what has happened in your life, God loves you. He always has, He always will, and He'll always be there for you. No matter what happens in life, God is there for you. I'm Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, here to share with you God's recipe for excellent health. Thanks for watching, and be sure and give it a thumbs up if you like this. I can't wait to read your comments. What's your favorite 5 combination? I'd love to read your comments, and till next time.